I'm going crazy. On my life, Lil Durk. I've been swiping on my credit cards. Now it's down to earth. All I care about is she.
Welcome to the Growing Up Podcast. Time they grow up. Don't lose that self.
Let's bring it back. I took his favor and added on me. Plus tax. He done hit the cross, hit the grade, then he came back. Any demon up in here that can even change that. Not even close.
Alright, anyways, now we're starting.
Okay.
But yeah, I do only have 2 notes. You pointed out I only have 2 notes on my phone, and it's Minecraft movie and Katy Perry's Spiritual Space Experience.
Okay. I have 2 things on mine too. Actually 3. And 2 of those are those.
Oh, okay.
So that's good. So
Well,
which one should we start with?
Have you seen the Minecraft movie?
Kind of, because we put it on the other night, but it
What's
was
it
just so weird
On like the,
on that illegal website.
it's weird. You think
Yeah. It's just weird to see Momoa, what's his first
it's weird? Jason
name?
Momoa,
Yeah, in like a role like that.
like a very silly.
Like super silly. I just couldn't take him seriously.
Yeah,
Jack Black, fine, because like he plays silly roles, you know?
he basically played the character from School of Rock in Minecraft.
Yeah. But Quaid was all into it. I mean, it was once they went into like the land, it made more sense. But when they're
Yeah.
like in the real life,
It
I
was
was like,
lame.
cut
Turn
this
it-
shit, bro.
Yeah, turn this shit off.
I didn't even know why would they even do this. None of the Minecraft game has like real life, right?
It's just
But I guess kind of like the Jumanji movie where they like go into the game.
yeah. There just always has to be a part in those movies where they're in real life, and then
Yeah.
the portal opens up.
Yeah.
And they kind of make fun of that because they say it out loud, like in the movie.
Say what?
So like you get that thing and you get this thing, then a portal opens, and so it's like they're being self-aware, but they still did it. So being self-aware doesn't mean you are abnegated from your responsibilities, Jasmine.
What's abnegated?
Like you can just let them go because you acknowledge them. You want me to open it?
Yeah, please. Oh, so
Like saying that's just how I
don't do
am.
it.
Like yeah,
Oh.
I'm a bitch, but that's just how I am.
No.
It's like all right,
Do you
just because you
think-
accept it and you say that that doesn't make it.
Yeah. Do you think people who say that?
Hmm.
Do you think? Well, no, because then there are some people who have like diseases and stuff. Like people could change,
Yeah.
but even if that's how they are,
Well, what do you mean by how they are? Because you're always changing. You're just either changing for the worse or for the better.
yeah,
And that means just how awake are you?
yeah,
Really?
really.
How
And
conscious
also,
are you in your
also,
daily
how
life?
awake do you want to be? Because I get it if you don't want to be so awake, bruh. I get it.
If you want to be a little asleep.
Yeah, like
A little-
sometimes I'm like, why the fuck do I have to pay attention to everything? I wish I was more like
Mm.
on this side riding the wave instead of like up here. I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
But that's the whole point.
I know, but it's just too much sometimes. I just need a break.
I get you. Sometimes you gotta just turn off your brain and scroll for 4 hours.
Oh my god! And then I wake up and I'm like,
Hmm.
I feel too dumb. I think I need like a 2 hour.
Yeah.
Not
That's
4
why I
hours.
delete Instagram every time off my phone, because if I have it on my phone, I will be on it
Yeah.
for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I won't even know until I wake up and I'm like,
Or you'll just do like an hour at a time,
Where
which
am
is
I?
still bad.
yeah. Because what am I doing? Swiping for an hour? Am I a rat? Am I a mouse? Or am I swiping for an hour? This thing's not even moving. It's the pixels that are moving. So I'm kind of in like a psychosis.
No,
But the
really.
Minecraft movie,
Okay.
I thought it was whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to criticize it because it's a fucking kids movie.
exactly.
Like, it's hard to try to say, like, well, actually, the plot, because Minecraft also doesn't really have a story.
No,
So,
you just build your own shit.
literally, there's some dragon. They don't really explain that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole movie was just like they had ideas and they just threw it together and then it
Yeah.
just became that.
Then let Jack Black be Jack Black.
But I wonder how much money it's making
Probably a ton.
because it's just
The kids are fucking with
Minecraft.
it.
Yeah, the kids.
I think the kids are fucking. Because, I
We-
mean, who wouldn't want to go see the Minecraft movie?
Yeah, we only watched it because Quaid wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
So
Like, back in my day, we just got the video game. And if you play video games, you're a nerd or you're a loser.
yeah. if
But
you
now
play
they're making
Minecraft, it's
movies
like-
about video games.
yeah. What game or what movie was popular like that when you were little?
Well, Minecraft. Minecraft has been around for a very long
No,
time.
movie though.
There were almost no kid movies besides like maybe Super Mario. There's a
Okay.
very old Super Mario movie, but it's trippy and weird. Those are the only kind of movie games they would make were like weird adult
Mm-hmm.
movie, like Tomb Raider.
Mm,
Like that's just kind of a freaky ass movie.
okay.
Just a hot girl raiding tombs. Angelina
Literally.
Jolie.
But yeah, the movie was okay.
Yeah,
It wasn't terrible. I think I have to watch it again and really like pay attention. But
it's a video game movie.
yeah,
A
either
lot of video
way,
game movies suck.
I'm not gonna like relate to it. That's why I'm probably like,
Yeah. You're like, it's a chicken and a zombie. And the chicken's letting the zombie ride him and they're fighting.
I'm like,
What
what
is-
is actually going on right
What
now?
the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What's her name is going on a date with a villager. He's got a square. By the end of the
I
movie, he
forgot
speaks
about
full
that.
English.
It's so stupid. What are you? Oh, so now we have people falling in love with fucking video game characters.
I think it's just a silly movie. I think it's like, because what can you do with that?
What's the rating? Hey Siri,
I'm going to say 80.
what is the Minecraft movie rating?
The answer I found is NR.
Okay, stupid bitch. The fuck does NR even mean?
Minecraft. What do you think it is?
On like Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, like the actual.
I'm gonna say a C.
Let's see, like a 70%.
Mm-hmm.
IMDb gave it a 5.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes a 48. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I don't think it was like 48.
I don't think it's that bad. It was funny at times.
It was.
I giggled. I giggled in my feet. I swung my feet.
And you saw it in
giggled.
theaters, so it was different. Yeah. But Katy Perry. Okay. Did
What
they
do you think
go
of-
or did they not go?
I don't know. The whole thing is really, really stinky and fishy.
The whole
Yeah.
like
It's so
everything.
odd.
I'm not the smartest person, but
So there's footage of the door opening before they actually open it for the first time.
yeah.
So it's like that already compromises the whole fucking thing.
And then he still goes over
Why
there.
are you lying
He
about
still
that?
goes over there with the little fucking
Yeah.
and when
pretending.
he does it, it's still you could tell it's
And-
pulled open. It's not like he's
and-
pushing.
They have the footage, right? And it's this lady that fucks it up. She's, I don't know if she's a real lady astronaut, because apparently anyone's an astronaut after this, but this lady, they swing the door open in the footage. The door falls open, and then the lady like pulls it closed, and it looks like it closed. So when he goes to open it, he actually says, he does this weird like evil Lex Luthor laugh. Ha 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 ha. You didn't actually close it. That's what he says out loud. In front of everybody. I'm like, what the fuck?
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I think he was just embarrassed.
No,
So he was like, "You." ugh."
he was
wasn't-
all rushing over there. He's like, "Dee."
That really meant you're fired.
Huh?
That's what that meant.
That's what that meant.
And she was like, "Of
Exactly.
course, sir."
But then
me show you.
there's videos of them landing, right? And like,
That could be
bruh,
fake though.
like one of the girls in her seat like this, and she barely goes. And I'm like, you just rocketed into
Yeah.
the fucking floor, and you just
You just all of
I'm
a sudden
like,
stopped.
a whiplash is harder than that. Like the
Yeah.
reaction of a whiplash. This lady just went.
Yeah.
I'm like, you move more in turbulence,
And maybe they did go. I mean, they didn't even really go into space. They orbited,
right?
which meant they were floating for 30 minutes.
They were only
And Katy
they
Perry
were-
took a fucking
it was
dandelion
11
up there.
minutes there and back.
Oh, so they weren't even up there for that long.
They did this like they went woo woo.
I think because they have footage of that. So I'm thinking they actually did it, but I don't think they did it then. I'm thinking they did it another time. They didn't tell nobody because they didn't want to explode on cam. And so then they just did it for safety purposes.
Wow, you're so smart.
And then they just moon landed us and
Mhm.
was like, yeah, we went to the moon, but showed us fake footage. Like, yeah, we did
fake footage of them landing.
of them landing. Like it was all kind of set up. And
I
then,
don't know, but
and then
then
that
it's
makes it even worse because then they have to fake this like, oh my God, Katy Perry said she knows how to love again. It's like, bitch, you had to go to
when
space.
she kissed the ground.
Yeah. You have to go to space to figure that out. What when that runs out, what other things are you gonna have to do to refine love?
And then I don't know, like why didn't they wear helmets?
Yeah. And then she got off the
No
ship and they were
gloves.
calling them astronauts. No, they paid for a trip to orbit space. They didn't even
Yeah.
go to the Marine. They didn't get picked by NASA. They weren't training for several months. Training their neck against G-force to
That's
stay
what I'm
up.
saying. And then they're just up in space and they all take off their
And they're like,
seatbelts
"Oh
and they're
my
all
God."
floating. I'm like, are you?
Yeah.
This is not.
And the thing that annoys me, because it's like, they're acting like there's not women astronauts already.
Yeah.
And
that
it's like,
actually did
honestly, you're
something.
disparaging those women astronauts
Yeah,
by having
yeah.
these bitches
Famous
up in space.
singer.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And then someone from Good Morning America, some lady. It's so lame.
There's a clip of like when they're landing and Oprah's like bawling. I'm
It's
like,
such, yeah, because her best friend was in. It's such a bozo move, I think.
So
by what's his name, and he's also just copying Elon's swag
like, what are they gonna get from this?
because this is Jeff Bezos' company, and he sent his
Mm.
wife up there too, which I thought was pretty funny. He was like, "I hope that shit explodes."
That was his plan.
yeah, that's why he was really mad.
Yeah, I just I can't. Like, there's another podcast talking about it before it happened, and they're saying like, oh, she's only gonna be there in 11 minutes, and they're like, oh, so she could just go and come back for lunch. Like, how the fuck you go to space and then just come back home and go
And
to
you're
lunch?
like, "I'm back." Yeah.
Yeah, like 11 minutes is not even a fucking break they give you at work,
I mean,
bruh.
here's a little clip of it, but the door opens. Hopefully, it shows it.
Yeah, I saw this, but it opens before
Oh,
that.
yeah, this is when he opens it.
But even when he opens it, it kind of flings open.
Yeah, it's kind of like loose. Like that shit went to space. I don't know. It's all fishy and stinky. He's a billionaire, and he
I
probably
just-
just wanted to get in the news and the zeitgeist because I think he's just, like I said, he's copying Elon. Like he's a rich guy who now is trying to go to space and did this thing for publicity, and they try to say it's for women to take up more space in space. Like we're all oppressed in space. There's no one that's not oppressed in space.
I
It's
don't
space.
understand.
And there's already women astronauts.
Yeah.
So it's like they're putting Jeff Bezos trying to combine ideology and Katy Perry in space for his
And like
business
honestly,
to
do
get this shit
better
off
than
the
Katy
ground.
Perry.
Yeah, take like Beyonce. That would have been crazy. She probably said no.
Yeah.
he probably could only get Katy Perry because
No, literally.
she's a
She needed- Yeah, she needed to come back in the light real quick.
She wanted to become the firework.
Yeah.
She really needed a full circle moment for her.
And she has a 4-year-old daughter, right? Like, you're risking your life.
True.
She's like, I brought a Daisy with me because my daughter's name is Daisy. I was like, but you didn't take her with you. So if that Daisy explodes with you up there, you're still a goner.
True. Katy Perry, tragic death in space.
But if it's fake, do you think the truth is going to come out?
I mean, I think the truth already has if it's fake. You know what I mean?
The obvious.
But
All the videos that we've been seeing.
yeah, but it's just like, it's almost just like disheartening.
Do you
Like,
think
really?
any of the ladies who went will come out and be like, yeah.
No,
Okay.
because they
They have to ride till
They
dawn.
have to an image to paint.
They
up.
probably
This woman's
signed
on
an
the news.
NDA or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. It's Jeff Bezos. You don't think they thought about this? They're like, no, we're gonna sign these contracts. If it's fake, they're gonna sign the contracts. The same thing Mr. Beast did with that money. You don't think Jeff Bezos is gonna do that with these women?
So wrong.
But if Jeff
No.
Bezos did that,
I'm like, I thought
Like,
you were
do
going to
you
ask me, would
think-
I go to space?
do you think the government did that to us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, already, probably, most likely.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
We're probably all
You know
been. We've
how-
all been.
You
What's
don't
the
think
one
the
I said?
government can make a movie?
What do you mean?
Like,
Like just say
they can make
didn't
a
make
scene
it.
like they try to do with these girls, although they failed miserably.
I mean, they did kill the president.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, like, if this is going to sound so dumb, but like, if a person can produce and make a movie, I'm pretty sure the government can produce and make up a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
they don't care.
Yeah.
So,
There's that whole document of them planning to like bomb parts of America to say it was Cuba, I think, so that they have a reason to attack. So they were going to kill civilians
wow.
and say that it was foreigners.
Great.
CIA document.
Yay. Love it here. I mean, I do.
I mean,
we
yeah.
do.
Yeah, that's the
let me
hard
not
part.
say that. Yeah.
That's the hard part. America's. I wouldn't want to live in
But is there a
North
place that
Korea
actually has like a good
or anywhere
government?
else. There's a lot of wars going on. I mean, not really.
Like an actual good government?
Because I
you
feel
know?
like in the UK it's just it's a monarchy, so it's just families of weirdos moving on, and their son becomes the prince and the king, and no one really has an option. It's not a democracy like ours technically is, where we vote for which piece of shit bag we want in presidency, because they're all bad,
Yeah.
blue and red.
Yeah.
They're either senile and falling apart and falling off stage, or like just businessmen.
I feel like
who
we
are
only had hope in
dirty.
having good presidents like years ago. I feel like from here on out, it's going to be like,
Well, even years ago we had freaky presidents.
yeah, but there was some good ones in there, you know?
Yeah, but the good ones get taken out.
I know. Well, because you
John
can
F. Kennedy
only
got
serve.
shot. Nixon.
Oh,
well, I
yeah.
don't think Nixon was good.
But even if-
Nixon knew who killed John F. Kennedy,
Yeah.
and they took him out.
But even if you're good, you can
In
only
office.
serve up to 8 years. So either
Yeah.
way, you're out.
Yeah.
So, like, can we just have
And
one
even
good
if
one?
you're president, like, what do you mean good by president? Because you're bombing people. You
Yeah,
have to
there's-
make the decision
There's
to kill
still
people.
things that they have to do that they.
Barack Obama
yeah.
bombed
Oh yeah,
people.
yeah,
Like
and
a-
he sent a lot of
You could
people.
love him,
He
but
sent a lot of people back too. A lot of immigrants.
yeah. I think it's a nasty job. I don't think anyone. It's like a cop. Like you can
Oh,
be
yeah,
a
yeah,
good
yeah.
person, but as soon
Yeah.
as you're in that role of being a cop and
Mhm. You're still
or
killing
being the
someone.
president, you placing yourself in that high tense situation, or if you're the president, it's probably easier because you're not seeing the people you're killing. You're just sending off
Exactly.
a crew of elite, pretty
Mhm.
cool men. I'm gonna be honest. I would want to be in a squad and be with the boys.
I mean,
and
I wouldn't want to
kill
be in the
bad
squad.
guys
But I'll support the squad.
on some like Call of Duty shit.
Yeah.
But-
How do we get there?
Becoming a president, Katy Perry, lies,
Katy
government.
Perry. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know.
Her
Do you
next
think-
album's gonna go crazy.
Are they not really? Her cover's gonna be her in space
Yeah.
with her fucking Daisy. Ooh, I could see that already. In her little suit.
hmm
But like, who's gonna buy that?
I don't know.
Are there Katy Perry fans out there?
Maybe. Who do you think is the poppin' lady genre now? Lady girl. Lady boy.
Lady genre. Female artist.
Taylor Swift.
Nah, I think she's
No?
taking a break right now.
True.
Everyone's talking about like, and I haven't even heard any of his music, which I want to. Charlie XCX.
Oh yeah, she's cool. I like her music.
Her, well, Lady Gaga's up right now because she went to Coachella,
True, and I think she
and
just
Charlie
dropped a
was there
single.
too.
Who?
Charlie was at Coachella too.
Oh yeah. Because it's a
Coach-
Brat Summer, dude.
I know, but it's crazy because she didn't headline, and so a lot of people are saying that she should have been a headliner.
Nah.
You don't think so? I mean,
No.
you're not a brat, so she has a
True.
big community. Though
I'm not a brat head.
She
no,
has a
she has a
big-
cult following.
They said that day, she played Green Day was the opener, and everyone was wearing green and black, but they were wearing green and black for her, not for
Yeah,
them.
because her album is
Yeah.
like vomit green.
So I was
and
like,
black.
so everyone that was there was wearing green and black was for Charlie.
They probably felt did.
Did.
We're getting
They're
replaced
like, ooh,
right in
they're
front
all-
of their eyes.
They're all gonna come to our show. Psych. They're on the other side.
Because we're green.
But what kind of music is her music?
It's
kind of
EDM.
like
It's
Oh,
like
okay.
fast paced. Like I'll play some of it. That's why I'm saying I can see why she wouldn't headline because it's not
okay.
like Green Day.
Is she more like
Are you like she's not gonna replace Green Day? Green Day's gonna headline.
well
They're
Green Day? Green Day's just like classic.
They're certified. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're cemented.
Yeah, but maybe she'll be a headliner soon.
No, for sure. I mean, this album, Brat, I would say put her in like mainstream.
But like
sure.
her crowd goes crazy for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me see. I like this one. Well, this one's her most popular, I think.
She was able to create like a name for her fans, like Taylor Swift, Swifties. Hers are the Brats. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is.
I see it though. I see it though.
Well, it speeds up. This is 360, and it's party music, so it's like party themes, talks about drugs.
Okay, play another one. It's cool.
That's the album cover.
Yeah.
Club Classics.
Sheesh.
This is like
No wonder the
dancing
crowd is
music.
like,
Yeah, it's EDM, like club, boiler room, floor collapsing.
more like DJ.
Yeah. She used to be a DJ.
Well, she did at one of the houses at Coachella. It was like the Guest, like the brand Guest. They have a Guest compound where they have like houses and they invite influencers and stuff.
Yeah,
She did like a set there for them.
that's cool.
Yeah.
There's this one. I like this one. It's kind of just her talking.
And she's not
So
from
this-
here, right?
No, I think she's from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
365. This one's 360, but the first song was 360 and it ends with 365.
Okay.
So it's the whole theory is that this album is an experience of being at a party. And at the end, in this song compared to 365, she's saying, listen to the intro. Bumping that. She's doing coke.
Why did I think of that? I'm such an old lady. Okay, Charlie. I could get with it.
And she's kind of like, she does the like self-aware type of thing.
Definitely.
So she does, when she drops things like a deluxe album, she titled it Brat, and it's the same, but there's 3 more songs, so it's not. That's the album name.
Wow.
And that's the cover for it. It literally just says it. And then I guess she dropped another deluxe, or like a different pack with a bunch of features. Damn. She's
Like,
got hella
she's only gonna get better from here too. So
Yeah, she's popping.
yeah.
She pioneering that genre. She driving a boat.
Who else at Coachella? Oh, Missy Elliott went. Did you see how she
Nice.
opened up?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
Bruh, I'm like, is this real? To me, it looks like AI, but someone said it was real, so I believe that one person. Let me see real quick.
Let me know,
Let me plug in over there.
Plug it in, sister. Plug in.
What's it called? Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
But go.
That when you're like on the phone, you've done customer service, so like
Yeah.
when you're taking a call
It
and there's like
sucks.
empty space and you're like, so just checking, like you have to
Yeah.
like fill in the background
Mhm,
the
mhm.
little noises. That's me right now.
Ooh.
Okay, let me see. Missy
Mhm.
Elliott Coachella. Supposedly, okay, right here.
Screen recorder.
Yeah, this is wild. Ready?
Mhm.
No way, huh?
That song goes crazy.
Yeah.
I would have been screaming.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
She did that Hollywood Boulevard type shit on stage. You know those guys that
Dude, I have to watch just like the whole performance now.
like run and then turn into
Yeah.
Camaro? That's
When
what she
you're-
did on stage.
When you're like in the streets of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In LA. That's impressive.
Missy Elliott though.
That's something she would definitely do. And then she just stood there like,
No, because the way she was like coming up, she was like she had to pretend like she was fucking breaking apart.
yeah.
But who on her team was like Missy?
Probably her.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is she like that?
Jasmine, if you're creative, you just put yourself
She
out
just
there.
said they're like, Missy Elliott, can you come to Coachella? And she's like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking
And then
open
she's
up.
like, what
I'm
am I
gonna
gonna do?
transform.
I'm gonna transform. Perfect.
So it's so good, but so funny.
That was hype. The crowd was going crazy.
Oh.
They probably thought, why is there a car on stage? Oh shit, it's Missy. She was here the whole time.
They're all talking shit on her before she was
Yeah,
up there.
yeah. They're like, oh my gosh, she's showing up late.
No, yeah, I saw people post about her. I was like, dang, that looks so much fun.
That's hilarious though.
yeah.
'Cause you have
It
to think
seems
about
AI. It seems fake.
Missy Elliott is probably, what is she, like above 40? And she's just sitting there like,
She's 50.
she's 50?
She's like 50. I
Damn, shout
think.
out to her then. She's 50
Yeah.
years old, transforming on stage,
Yeah.
doing like step up moves outside of a
Her
car.
bones are actually cracking. No, but she still got it though.
No, clearly.
She still got it, and
She's got
she had
that creativity. She locked in.
she had all like the millennials out there, so they
Oh,
were
yeah.
going crazy.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I was hype.
I know I want to watch it. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it after this. But other than that, like, you said you haven't seen anything about Coachella.
No, I haven't
Where
seen
you
anything.
been at? It's already passed, bro. Weekend 2's gone and done. There's only 2 weekends.
I don't know.
He's a busy guy.
I'm just not on my phone anymore, Jasmine. I've elevated it. I've reached a different level
It's just
of
because you're
awareness.
not
and
lonely anymore.
existence. Yeah,
You have less time to be on your phone.
I'll get on Instagram only to post. That's what I've been doing, and I've
Okay.
been sticking to it.
Okay.
I've been sticking to my.
I'm the
discipline.
opposite. I only get on there to scroll. I post like once every 6 months. I don't know. Instagram.
I mean,
just
I'll
feels
scroll when I
too-
post. I'm gonna post, and then I'll see what's posted, who posted. Like if you sent me anything, or if my friend sent me anything. But
Mhm.
that's really it. Then
Yeah.
after that
You just
30-minute session, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna delete it, because I know, like I said, I will be doom scrolling, and I will
How
send
many
you 80
times-
reels. in
Yeah.
2
How many
hours.
times do you reach for your phone to go on it?
Let me show you. Let's compare. Let's be real open and honest.
No, like
Settings.
when I'm saying when you don't have it though, do you find yourself
You can
reaching
find
for
it.
it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, initially, instinctually, yeah. Because I still get text messages and like
Yeah.
other apps will still notify me. That's another thing. I have no notifications for anything. If you turn off your
I don't-
notifications, that's like step 1. If you want to like detach yourself from social
Yeah.
media.
I've never had my notifications on.
Oh, okay. Some people do.
That's too
Which
much.
I mean, I don't really care. I don't mind. But if you're just trying to take a break, it's easier if
To
it's hard
not.
for you to
Mhm.
turn off
Mhm.
notifications.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can.
Oh my god, it's cold in here.
Screen time. There's one that shows pickups. How many times you pick up your phone?
See, I mean, YouTube is considered screen time, right?
Yeah, and I do spend
Even
a lot
though-
of time on YouTube.
But I'm not like watching it. I'm listening to it.
Like a
So
podcast.
Is that the same thing? Is that screen time? Because you're still on your phone, right?
Yeah,
So it's not like you actually looking at your screen. It's
Sure,
just you
sure.
using your phone.
listening.
That's kind of ridiculous. Give us a break. Can you just do the time of actually scrolling?
Where's this thing at? Downtime, app limits, always allowed.
There's this influencer that I follow. She's like a newer influencer.
Mm-hmm.
And she took a break because she said that her screen time was 12 hours a day just from recording and editing. I was like,
That's most of your day.
yeah. So she's recording most of her day,
Jesus
and
Christ.
at the end of the day, she has to edit most of her day.
Yeah.
So she was like, I had to take a break, but she got where she wanted to be. But she had to go to hit 1 million, and she's like at 1.3.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and she just started like a year ago.
What?
Yeah,
A year ago?
yeah, but she's pretty good.
She locked in.
She's a natural. I feel like some people are just naturals at that, where
Mm.
they're like just good at talking to the camera and like coming up with ideas and editing and stuff. And for others, they like to do it, but it's a little bit more work. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah,
Okay,
she's
on
a natural.
average,
Her name is Mina. If anyone-
I range between like 75 lowest
Pickups?
to 124 pickups. What's yours?
How do you find
Go to
that?
your settings and then go to screen time.
I don't think I pick it up that much. I think I just have it picked up.
It's always on.
It's just always, yeah. Let me see.
Yeah.
Because picking up means
'Cause-
like putting down, locking it, and unlocking it.
Good question. I don't know. But like on Wednesday, April 16th, 127. The 18th, 99. Saturday, the 9th. Today, 34. $127, $121, $139, $114. Not too many. $177. So kind of similar. $88,
Mhm.
$104.
Because most of the time, like when I'm cleaning, I'm either listening to music
Yeah.
or listening to a podcast. So it's on, but it's just put down. You know, I'm not like having.
My most used app on my phone is YouTube.
Yeah, mine too. I'm sure. Definitely.
Yeah. YouTube
Um,
and messages.
I don't really text like that.
You're not a texter? You're not a big texter? You'd rather phone call?
You know, when I was younger, I was like addicted to texting. But
Mhm.
now that I'm older, I'm just like, like texting, like, but maybe the most is like 5 or 10 back and forth, and then I'm done with the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's just too much. Then like
Yeah.
it could be just a phone call.
True.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get you. I
A
get
text message is usually like a quick conversation.
you. Mm-hmm.
Or like if you're just like checking with someone in throughout the day or whatever. But yeah, and because when it gets too long, I just stop responding. It's so bad, but I do, and then I'll pull that one like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Because sometimes you do have to, it's like writing a letter. Sometimes you do have to give thought into the text message. Like if someone sent you 3 texts back to back and you're
Mhm.
like, okay, now I have to respond to these 3
Mhm.
individual texts.
yeah. If they're not about the same thing, it's, yeah. But yeah, sometimes I'll see a text, and then I'll be like, oh, I'll reply right now, and I'll dead ass just forget to reply because I'm so busy,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, fuck. Like, do they even want to talk about this anymore?
That's why I have read receipts off for everybody, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Because I
But
don't want people to know
that you read it.
that I read it. Because then, like you said, I forget about it.
Yeah.
And then I don't want them to be like,
But if
is he ignoring me? Or did
yeah.
why he could have responded then? Why he literally just saw it and went off his phone? Like I would get that. I'd be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
But
So I turn that off.
true. But sometimes you just gotta read it real quick, and if it's not that important, I'll come back.
True.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to glance at your phone,
Yeah.
and I don't want
You don't
want to
start the
that
conversation yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because once you reply, then you're committed.
Yeah, exactly. That's when I'm like, okay, I have time to respond.
Yeah.
Because, some people love text messages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Texting
When I
all
was
day, every day.
younger, I mean, obviously, like you're in high school, like all you do is text your friends.
Yeah. Even though you're like in the same high school.
Yeah. All day. You're only away for like 2 or 3 classes, then you see them for break, and then 2 or 3 classes, and then lunch, and then you're still texting them in class. What are you doing?
Not paying attention.
Literally. And then the teachers would take away the phones.
Yeah.
but they'd be like mean about it.
I mean, I don't know. If I ever have a kid and they try to take away my kid's phone, I'm fighting that teacher. You don't have. That's my. You pay for the phone?
No, literally.
Why are you touching my shit's my
If
my,
he's
my
not-
shit's son? My
if
son's
he's-
shit.
If he's not listening and not putting it away, then send him out the class.
Yeah, call me.
Don't take away the phone.
Don't take away something that is his.
It's a personal belonging.
Yeah, yeah. If they're a child, okay. But if they're in
high
high
school?
school, even middle school, when they start, because I got my phone in middle school,
Hmm.
so don't like that's weird.
It is weird.
Because then what if I forget to ask you? Now you just have my phone,
Yeah,
and you're just another adult who has my phone.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I
Fucking
don't
weird.
trust people like that.
No.
No. And then, like, okay, give them a warning. Hey, I know you have your phone. Put it away.
Yeah.
If you don't put it away, I'm going to have to take it or send you out of class.
And school's for school. Don't teach nothing else.
Yeah. But if the kid's not listening and just dead ass on their phone, then just kick them out.
Yeah, kick them out. Ostracize them. Shame them. That works too.
But teachers who
Been doing that for years.
I had some teachers who would just come up behind me and just snatch it out of my hands.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
They're evil.
You know, you're not
humans.
supposed to be on that. And I'm like,
That was.
where'd you
that's-
even fucking come from? Dang.
They crave that. They want you to get on your phone so they can snatch it.
Mm-hmm.
They're demons.
But that was also like 15 years ago. So now if a
You just
teacher
had a that's so random moment.
now if a teacher did that, you know, it'd be like recorded and on the internet.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had my phone taken away.
Okay, I have.
I don't know if they still do that, but I've seen other people's phones taken
Yeah,
away.
maybe they changed the rules and maybe
Hopefully.
they can't do that anymore because it is
Hopefully.
you're kind of like stealing.
Yeah, it's not your property,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're just
So
obtaining
maybe
it.
now they don't. I wonder. I'm gonna have to ask. Oh, I don't know anyone that young that has a phone. Does your teacher take away your phone from you? But
Mm,
it is like it is. You're not supposed to use it in class, but it is embarrassing
No.
when you get caught. So it's
Yeah.
like, why? Even in college, I would do it. No, that's like so rude.
it is weird.
It's so rude. I'm
It's-
like,
Yeah.
my teacher is up there teaching us something, and over here just.
And it's most of the time I see people just scrolling.
yeah, they're just
They're
scrolling.
or they're not even they're in their text messages, but they're not texting. They're just looking at the text message. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
They just need a hit of dopamine during class, and they can't like fucking take a hit of a pen or something. So
Well,
like, let me scroll for 2 minutes.
the bright light on your phone affects your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at I did this one time, I made my phone black and white, and it changes the dynamic you have with your phone 1,000%. Because it's low key fucking ugly. It's like
Yeah.
plain black and white.
Yeah,
and if
you're
you
like,
look-
ugh.
Like if you turn this shit max brightness, you just
Oh,
look
no.
at it, green, bright,
I can't
bright
even look at that.
green,
That's too bright.
red. Like the colors, it's like our eyes, Jasmine. Let me take you back when we were hunter gatherers. Our eyes were used to find berries and shit like that stands out, bright things that stand out in the jungle and shit, so we can survive and
Okay.
eat and avoid animals. But now we don't do that. So now our eyes are kind of being hijacked by advertisers and just the way things are designed by using very bright colors and brightness and all that. So if you take your phone and you change it to black and white, it just makes it look like a phone, if that makes sense. Like
Like a
not as
freaking
3D.
like a
it's
newspaper ad.
literally, like let me show you. And I did it for like a week, and it definitely is trippy to just make your phone black and white.
So everything is black and white.
Everything is black and white, even
Yeah.
pictures, which makes it hard. Sometimes
Like
I have
apps
to
and
change it.
stuff.
Yeah,
If my phone was like that, I probably wouldn't go on
it like
it.
overrides everything. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like a deterrent. But yeah. Well, how did we get there?
How did we get there? Phones, eyes, hunted berries in the forest. Screen time?
All right. Anyways, yeah, black and white. It works if you're trying to get.
Nah,
Detached from
I'll
your
just
phone?
Put the phone down. Well,
But can you? But can you put the phone down?
I don't know.
Can you? You gotta get to 2 pickups a day.
I'm dead. That's like not even answering anyone's phone
Yeah.
call or text message.
None.
Because I'm at least getting 4 calls a day.
No. If your screen time is over 8 hours, you're a freak. I think.
But like, unless that's your job, then what?
You'd have to. You need a work-life balance, bro. Your eyes need a break from that blue light. Let me tell you about blue light.
But
It's
even if you're
good for
not
your
like
eyes.
on it. I'm saying like if you're recording yourself or something,
Sure.
that
I
takes
mean,
some time.
yeah, literally, if your job is to design on a computer, you're gonna be on a computer.
Well, yeah.
A lot of
What the fuck?
YouTubers spend so much time editing. It's like,
When you work at an office, you're on a computer for
Yeah.
8 hours a day.
no, yeah, I was on a computer 8 hours a day. I had to walk. I'd get up and walk and stretch. They had a pull-up bar. I would just hang because my back. I could feel it. I was starting to transform into like one of these.
Yeah.
You know, when your neck is super.
Yeah, and
drop
then like
low.
you're just like at one point you're just staring at the screen and you're like, what is even going on anymore?
How is this a job?
Ugh.
Most jobs like that too, where you're at a desk job doing work on a computer, you could probably do it in less time.
Mhm.
But you just take your time with
Mhm.
it because you know you have to fill up time because there's definitely
'Cause you can
jobs that I've
finish
had
early.
like that. Yeah, where you can just finish early or you just
Yeah.
caught up with all the work and you're genuinely there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
But you will get in trouble if you're doing nothing. So you have to pretend like you're doing something.
Because they
And
want
so
you to
then
work
now
at this
everything is
level.
padded. Yeah, exactly. They don't respect the time
Mm-mm.
that you can do good work or whatever in an efficient amount of time.
Mm-mm.
So they're like, oh, if you want to do fast work, we'll just give you more work. So you got to perform faster.
But
But
you're
if I
gonna make
can't
the same
perform
amount of
that
money
fast-
though. We're not gonna pay you more, do more work. But if you're too
Exactly.
fast, you gotta do more work.
Yeah. That's like the iffy part about office work and having like having the strict time of having to fill that 9 to 5
Yeah.
instead of being like, well, no, I got it done. I can leave.
Exactly, which is what they should do.
Or I can just work remote because I'm only working really 4 hours, but I expand it to 8
Yeah.
because I'm talking and having water cooler talk and taking
You're going to the
15-minute
lunch
poop
break.
breaks.
Yeah, you're going
and
to the
then
lunch
an hour-long
room.
break. Like I'm not really working.
No, dead ass. When I worked in the office and it was all ladies,
Yeah, and they're
you'd walk in the
yapping.
break room and they're having like
Yeah.
an hour conversation in there.
Yeah, and who's to say that you can't do that at work? I'm not saying go to
No,
work
yeah,
and just
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
But just like, don't get in trouble. I
Yeah.
hated getting in trouble
Like,
for that
can we
shit.
take a break then?
Yeah, like I'm done. Is my work done? Okay, so
So shut the fuck up.
Like-
Let me fucking have a conversation with this human
My
being
work
next
is
to
done.
me.
yeah,
They expect you like to be in school where you're just like
yeah. This
not
is not
talking to
school.
anyone unless you're literally at recess.
Like they think they're paying for your body. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you're paying for what I can give you,
Yeah.
not my body and my
So,
second to second attention.
Mhm.
You money slut. But I just hate.
They just need to do better.
Come on.
Should we talk about your little blackout moment?
Oh yeah. That was funny.
Do you want to? I want to hear it from your perspective, and
So
then I'll
from
just
my
like chime in
perspective-
and tell you like the other side.
Yeah. So I came over here, and it was basically all of us: me, you, Ayana, your dude, her dude, and we're here. And then we started drinking. Ayana started making pina coladas.
Okay.
Before that, we had smoked a bluntificus,
Mm-hmm.
and I was drinking coffee.
A jeter.
Yeah.
Okay, let's back up early into that day. What did you eat that day?
Oh, I don't know.
He literally, that was the day I think you watched the kids. I bought you food. So I think
don't
you had
know.
McDonald's in the morning,
Sure.
and then you said you didn't eat anymore, and then you
Yeah.
had a coffee.
I was definitely. I run on empty stomachs most of the time. And I say the way I rationalize my empty stomach that's mostly filled with water is I say, or any type of caffeine is I say I'm fasting. I'm like, I'm fasting. This is my spiritual journey. I'm fasting. But really I'm suffering. But I'm like, I'm not hungry. I'm
You're
just,
so dumb.
I'm like Jesus right now when he went up to the mountains, but I'm at home
You're just in your room.
and I'm just too lazy to make myself a full course meal.
So basically, he didn't eat all day. They come over, we smoke. Then my sister starts making pina coladas,
Yeah.
and she's no bartender, so
No.
she doesn't know the ratio. But to be fair, she made it. I didn't know how much she had put in it yet. Okay, she made it in the blender. She put pina
Yeah.
colada mix.
A ninja blender.
Yeah, pina colada mix,
Big one.
rum, and ice.
But she
That's
put
all it
2
was.
cups.
Yes. So wait. So she makes it. She brings it to me, and she's like, "Taste it." And the pina colada is really sweet. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
you can't really taste it." And then I was like, "How much did you put?" She's like, 2 cups, and I was like, "Okay, maybe." I'm like, "But you can't taste it, but it is strong." And I was
Yeah.
like, "I don't know if you want to add more, you can. If you don't, you don't."
Yeah.
And I thought she did, but she didn't. She
Yeah.
just stuck to the 2, which
2 full like red Solo cups.
no, 2 measuring cups.
Oh, 2 measuring cups. Okay.
Which, okay, so she put 2 measuring cups into the blender with the mix, right? Then she pours out, but she only pours out 4 drinks. So that means each drink has half a cup
Yeah.
of alcohol,
Yeah.
okay? And Diego's not a drinker.
That's about like 3-4 shots.
Like 3 shots, yeah, maybe pushing 4.
Yeah.
And you don't drink,
At
so
all.
like literally ever.
Yeah.
So this guy, he has his cup of coffee.
But I like pina coladas.
Yeah, and it was really good.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
really sweet, really
was,
good.
it
You couldn't
was.
even like the liquor was there, but you couldn't. It wasn't like disgusting.
Yeah.
So he's chugs it basically. Like he takes gulps.
Yeah. In a matter of minutes.
Gulps, probably like 5-10 minutes.
I was stoned and that made it easier, is because I was
Oh,
stoned and I
yeah.
was watching basketball.
and it was just a sweet treat.
Yeah, it was a sweet treat. I was with the boys. We were watching basketball. Quay
Yeah.
was sitting on his chair watching basketball. So I was just like,
You were asking
Down in that shit.
questions. You were learning,
yeah.
and then like he in 10 minutes he's done. So he has his body right now
I'd say less
has
than that.
he's high. He has caffeine, and he just drank this alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
So the trio, not
My
a
3
good idea.
favorite drugs.
Yeah. So you were good for like how long after you drank it? Like 10, 15?
Yeah. Once it hit my stomach, it felt like I was having a stomach ache. Like I got a little bloated.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh. But I was like, maybe it's just stomach pains, and I was still fine. Like nothing.
You're like I'm starving, so maybe
yeah,
it's
I
just
thought
my
I was
stomach.
just hungry. My consciousness was still there. I was still watching the basketball game.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting there, and then like I start getting like sweaty, and like sweaty cold. I'm like, oh god, and I didn't take anything, but it felt exactly what it feels like when you take a bunch of mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, something's happening to my body, and it's happening fast, and I might not be here soon.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I didn't take anything. Nobody gave me anything. I'm like, I don't know I genuinely didn't even think it was alcohol.
Yeah.
I thought it was like something else. I thought
Yeah.
it was about to die. I was just sitting there, and then I look at my hands, and I'm like sweaty. I'm like doing this.
Yeah.
And then you're behind me with you and Damon are eating.
Mhm.
And I look at you, and what did you say I look like?
You just looked over and you looked like you were in mid passing out. You're like your head was drooping down and you were looking up at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you good?" And you're like, "Can you get me something to eat?" And I was like, "Oh, okay. He doesn't feel good." And then I looked at you and I was like, "He looks like you looked pale."
Yeah,
but
I
I
was
didn't
really
want to
pale.
say it because I didn't want other people to worry.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Let me just get him some
Good
food
idea.
and see if that helps." And then Ayana comes and she's like, "Are you good? You look pale as fuck right now." And I looked at her and I was like, don't freak him out, because if someone told me that, I start freaking out.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "This fucking bitch." So then you're like, "I'm kind of sweaty. Can you feel me?" And so I go and I touch his head, and you're like,
Yeah,
like you're
dripping.
drenched. Yeah, you're sweaty.
I was
And
like,
I'm
if I
like-
just got, like if someone poured a cup of water over my hand.
And then I'm like, can you move? And you're like picking up your hand all slow. And I was
Yeah.
like, I think you need to go outside. And you're like, no, I just need some food. And I was like, no, I think you need some fresh air. So, and at this point you had asked for the blanket because you were shivering.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I gave
yeah.
you the blanket. So now you're sweating even more because you're covered with the
Exactly.
blanket. So then I'm like, he needs to go outside. So then you try and stand up and you can't get up.
Yeah, so I was kind of going at that point when I was getting up. I was going in and out. What did we leave off at?
So you try to stand up. You say you're going in and out.
Oh yeah, I was going in and out of consciousness, and then I tried to stand up, and I basically got to the doorway between the kitchen and the living room, and then I was just standing there because I forgot I was waiting for someone. Someone, was it David, was gonna help me to the back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
he was
then-
like, he had the baby, so he was like putting the baby down and getting him situated.
So I was just waiting a few seconds, and in those few seconds, for some reason, I like start leaning over. I had no control over my body, but I was still in my head. So I was like, all I could do was yell. So I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And my legs were like buckling and shaking. And I was like, oh, whoa, whoa. For like, I was falling for probably like 45 seconds. It was the slowest fall I've ever had.
So slow.
And
So I'm facing away from you because I'm walking away from you to open the back door to like get the door open.
Yeah.
So we could just walk you out. Because in my head, I knew you weren't going to make it back there. Okay, I'm too familiar.
mhm.
So then I just hear Ayana, Jasmine. And then in the back, you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, and
And
I have a cup of water because
Okay.
you guys gave me water to drink.
Yeah.
And as I'm falling, my hand is shaking. So I'm like having like a Parkinson's attack. It felt like I was just like shaking. and I
Yeah.
spilled the water all over the floor, and then I fell on the floor.
So I heard the water hit the floor, and I said he did not fucking throw up right now, because that's one thing I'm not cleaning up is throw up. And I turn around and I can't fucking see, so all I see is like wet stuff on the floor, and I'm like, oh, come on. And then I get closer and I realize it's just the water, and I was like, thank goodness. But Ayana's screaming because she's holding you. David's not even here yet. He's still putting the baby down, so she's like falling with you. You guys are both falling slowly, and Diego's literally like holding onto the doorway, and he's in fucking half like this. Like he's standing up and he's leaning back and he's like this. His knees are locked, and we're just all laughing so hard we could barely breathe. And we're trying to get you up, and I'm like dying, like I'm crying, dying, laughing, because I've never seen you like that.
Me neither.
So I was like, Diego, stand up. You're like, I can't. Like you literally were like, I can't do it. So then finally, me and David get you to like stand up straight, and then you start walking through the kitchen, and like halfway through the kitchen, your feet just kind of like stop moving. Once you hit like the second to the back door, he's just dragging you. You're like being dragged like this on the floor. And then I'm trying to clean up the water, and then because David's like, I got him.
Yeah.
But you're bigger than David. So when you start going down, he starts going down with you. And then Hannah's like, Jasmine, go help them. So I'm like, oh my God. So I get to you, and you don't even make it outside. You lay in my house. It's like when you're walking to the back, it's like the laundry room. So he's laying in the laundry room, and the door is open right in front of him, and you're just like
with my head out.
Your head's laying off the step. And then I
felt nice though.
I took a fan and I put it on this side, so you're getting air from both ways.
Yeah.
And then we just let you lay there. And then when you were falling with David, he was like, he's passed out. And you're like, nah, I'm good. I just can't move. I was like, what is going on?
That was all the meditation coming to me to save me. So
then you're like,
you're awake.
On the floor. We're leaving you there for a couple minutes, and we're trying to figure out what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Damon was doing the typing test, so he didn't see any of it.
All Damon could hear what was going on. That's all he could hear.
Yeah, he did not turn around though, because he was so
he was
lasered.
locked in.
So then he's like, what the fuck happened? And I'm like, he's in his room. He's eating some chips.
Bruh, we're in the stew. Get the fuck out.
Julian. Let's go. So then
what?
You're laying there. I come back to the living room. We're all trying to debrief, like, what the fuck just happened? Because from the moment you didn't feel good to the moment you passed out, it was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was
like
very
you said,
fast.
I didn't feel good, and then next thing you know, you're on the floor, and we're like, "What the fuck happened?" Like literally, what the fuck? So then we're looking around, and then because you had mentioned, you're like, "I think I'm too high," and I was like, "There's no way, bro." Like,
because it just felt
way.
like it literally felt like I was losing ability, losing control. Like if there was little guys and they were just like clocking out, and they were like arms off, legs off. Yep, we're closing up shop, but they just left my existence, my awareness, and that's why I was like, no, I'm still here. I couldn't move, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. And then once you laid down, you actually did pass out for a little bit. You were not talking.
I was just taking it in.
So then we're looking around, and I'm like, okay, he smoked. I'm like, Ayana thought you were on shrooms, and I was like, no, he would have told us. And
I
then
would have told you guys immediately.
I asked her, like, did he eat something? And she was like, no. And then I'm looking, I'm like, okay, he drank coffee. And I was like, oh, the drink. I was like, the drink is gone. And we all still had like half of our drink.
Yeah.
I was like, he chugged it, so he's crossfaded.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he doesn't drink, so he's literally drunk right now, like blacked out.
It was weird because I felt like I was, like, as conscious as you are when you're fully sober. Mm-hmm. I felt that mentally.
Yeah.
But I could not.
Your body just
my
loses
body just
itself.
gave up.
Yeah.
I felt like a paraplegic. Like a part of me was like, am I having like a stroke right now?
Yeah, no.
I was a little scared.
Yeah.
Because I started sweating and then I couldn't walk.
See, so why do people like being drunk? Because there's those moments, you feel those moments as soon as you're going to black out.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're blacked out.
And like, my vision disappeared.
Yeah.
Everything went gray.
Yeah.
Everything like went gray and then it just went whoop.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I was like, what's going on? But I locked in though. I kept it cool.
You low-key do feel like you're dying though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, this is happening right now. Yeah. And then you laid there maybe 5 minutes, and then we see you like sit up, and we're like,
Yeah.
"Is it
I was
gonna be
okay
good?"
after that. After that, I was like back to normal. I was completely fine.
Yeah, your color was you
Yeah.
were starting to look like yourself.
I was drenched. I like
You were
swiped
still-
my head, and it was just like water sweat. It
Yeah,
was just,
you were
like,
still sweating.
I was just leaking.
And we were just like, first of all, we were shocked because it happened so fast. And then we were shocked how fast you came back. I was like, when
That-
people pass out, they're passed out for like hours.
Don't get me started.
You were literally
I
only
wasn't back
laying
there
there for like
napping.
5
I was back
minutes.
there.
You're like,
locking
get
in.
it together. Don't be a fucking bitch.
I was getting that divine energy. I was touching the unified field and
Mhm.
returning.
It was just so funny to see you like that.
I
would
would
like
do it
never
again though
forget.
because that was an interesting feeling.
No. I mean, you don't need much.
Yeah, I guess and just one pina colada would get me.
One pina colada, triple shot.
You don't gotta roofie
with,
me.
chug it with some caffeine. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have to roofie his ass. It was
A pina colada in
funny.
5 minutes and I'm done.
Yeah. That typing test was 5 minutes, and by the time he was done, you were already walking back.
Yeah,
He was like, "What the fuck? You guys
That's
made all
just-
that commotion for nothing."
that was hilarious.
Oh, I wish you would have.
That's
Like,
a highlight.
I'm surprised none of us took out our phone to
Yeah,
record.
you guys should have.
but
that was hilarious.
honestly, we're all scared for you.
Nah, I get you.
Yeah.
Because I'd have been like, what the fuck? I could be dying right now. You're pulling out your phone
We're on your face.
on Flash, on Snapchat with the filter,
Yeah.
the dog filter.
It's just I could picture. Yeah, the funniest part was when you fell by the doorway, and then when David was dragging you because your feet were like this.
I remember that. I was literally just being like a World War II soldier. I was just like
Yeah.
being
Oh my
dragged
god.
forward.
That was great. But remember
you guys were clutch though.
you're like, oh, we'll end it real quick. But I told you, oh yeah, I was drunk and I fell and I hit the wall, and you're like, oh yeah, okay. Now you know what I mean.
Now I get it.
You have no control.
No control.
You think you can get up and you're just thump. That's literally what happened to me.
It's all of a sudden too,
Yeah.
in the span of 5 seconds.
But
But we can end it here.
all right. Thank you for watching episode 48, I believe.
48. We're gonna do something special for 52.
50 or 52?
Or we could do 50.
Maybe 50.
But if we do 50, we'd have to act on it sooner.
I know.
You know
So
what I mean?
maybe
Like we'd have
52.
to like. That's why I'm saying 52 because technically 52 for
Is a
52
year
weeks is a year
podcast.
podcasting.
Okay,
but
okay.
we did it for a year already. We just haven't done 52 episodes.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying let's just do the 52 as the special mark.
All right. So you'll see us a few more here, and then
Yeah.
it'll be exciting. So you better fucking come back.
Please.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.